What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Show. My name's AJ Gels. How y'all doing? We are back with Cyberpunk 2077.
Hey.
You alright?
Never been better.
Sure don't look it.
You know, you feel like there should be a, I don't know, like a snappy comeback you can give her there. Oh, man.
Hey, we're chill.
It's nice being back with this game. I was reluctant to record anymore.
Of course you're high.
Well, yeah, of course. What else would I be? I mean, I'm a rock star.
Tonight, I'm here to say goodbye to all of you.
Is anyone else asking where he picked up that guitar? Just seemed like he picked it up out of nowhere. Like it wasn't on a stand or anything, he just picks it up.
Money's money, can't fuck around with it.
You're wasting your lives following us around like dogs.
What crawled up your ass?
Don't ask. But no, like I was saying, I was kind of holding off on doing new commentated videos for this game. You know, I mean, obviously I played a little past this point in the... Okay, bottle breaks there. In the no commentary run, I played a little past this. I played a little past even that off camera, just, you know, for fun, to de-stress from work and whatnot. Because, you know, I didn't want to go too much further on camera till I did that sort of, hey, here's my thoughts on the game so far video, which, by the way, is already up and all that. It was uploaded the day before this one is, so if you want to see kind of my thoughts at this point in the game, yeah, go check out that video. So, there you go. I'll probably be making, you know, reiterating some points, but...
Don't do this. You could still change your mind.
Want to see me give up? Sounds like something you'd do. Know why? Because you've always been a fucking pussy, Carrie. Offer you one piece of advice, for old time's sake. Stop being one. Time to bring on the future.
You're late!
My arm. I decide who's late and who's not.
Get in, or I change my mind.
God, you're hot.
Silverhand.
Hey, Shaden!
Get us in the air! Here, put this on, and it stays on. Got it?
So yeah, like I was saying, I kind of decided to kind of hold back a little bit on my recording of this game until I did that kind of my thoughts so far video. Just so, you know, I could kind of get a lot of that stuff out and I wouldn't have to ramble about it too much. Though, like I said, I am probably going to reiterate some points. You know, specifically, a big thing that I really like out of this game, it's Johnny's personality. It did not grab me originally. And if anybody's wondering, this is 2022. This is 23.
Pacifica's cut off, shut down. APC's on the streets of Watson.
Sons of bitches!
Skull cracking out there. That us?
Johnny's idea. Wayland's drawing Arasaka's attention away from the tower.
Collateral damage part of the plan too.
This isn't the Cub Scouts, Johnson. Chew it up, spit it out.
Yeah, as I was saying, yeah, this is clearly during the time of the tabletop RPG, you know, because this game takes place 50-some years after the tabletop game, from when the tabletop game is set. So, you know, this is the last ride of Johnny Silverhand. And yes, I know, spoilers, but again, we already did this in the no commentary run, so...
Make it rain.
Open fire!
What was I saying? It was about oh, right, Johnny's personality. Really, Johnny's personality didn't really grab me at first. I was not a fan of his character, just because I've always... Keanu Reeves has always kind of struck me as kind of very flat, very serious in his roles. I mean, I don't want to sit and say he's got no talent as an actor, but he's kind of struck me as kind of like what Nolan North has kind of become for voice acting, where really Nolan North is always kind of playing himself or basically Nathan Drake. You see a similar thing with guys like holy crap, Iron Man. Why is my brain not working right now? I love the actor.
Murphy.
Other access point. Get moving.
Oh my god. I feel absolutely embarrassed.
Payload on the elevator. Arm it. Let gravity do its thing. Explosion rocks the fountain.
Oh my god, I love this gun. Oh, I love this gun.
Exit.
Things are bad now, but they've been worse.
Jacking in.
It's grass.
Holy shit, why can I not remember the name of the actor I'm thinking of? Oh my god.
Mainframe's not your playground, Murphy. Come on. Evac announcement. Broadcast it across all frequencies and let's get moving.
Sheesh. Who wrote this manifesto?
Really need me to answer that question?
Jesus, Johnny. You've gone off the deep end. That's coming from a chair jock.
Come on.
That was your problem, man.
Get ready.
Oh man, this thing hits like a fucking cannon.
Anything left?
Woo! And also, you notice how you see the slide pull back, but you can see the two glowing lights. You know, like they spin like a revolver, like it spin. Oh, and then that reload animation. Oh my god, it's so fucking cool. And I've also said this. This is probably the one game that I actually really like playing with no targeting reticle.
Most you thought I would care. Pursuit of the forks and hope.
Johnny, payload.
Holy shit, again, this name is bugging me. For some reason, all I can think of is Tommy Lee Jones, and that is not anywhere near correct. Robert Downey Jr. Holy shit, I'm about to fucking Google who played Iron Man. Oh my god, it's Robert Downey Jr. I kept coming up with like Johnny Depp, and I don't even know why Tommy Lee Jones. I don't know why I couldn't come up with that name. Oh my god.
Not done yet. Still need to feed this to their subnet.
Fucking knew it! This was never about Arasaka. This was about your groupie output, wasn't it?
Not like you could ever understand, Rook.
You're on your own. Giving you 4 fucking minutes if you want to ride out of here.
Door lock breached. Arasaka sons of bitches incoming.
Alright, so as I'm now not being distracted by... Oh my god, I really hope I can get this gun. Fuck. Can't hit him. But yeah, I mean, there are, you know, actors who kind of always play, you know, the same role. And I think Keanu Reeves is really one of those actors. You know, he's always very kind of flat, very kind of monotoned. You know, nothing against him. You know, I mean, I know people love John Wick. Like I said, I know him more from The Matrix is what I know him in. You know, I liked him in Speed. Yeah, was he in Speed? Yeah, he was in Speed. Yeah, I like Keanu Reeves. I mean, I've got nothing against him. It's just he's always kind of played very flat characters, and I was really curious how that was going to work with a guy like Johnny Silverhand, who's supposed to be this rocker boy and this, you know, this big anarchistic sort of character. You know, I was expecting more Joker, and instead I kind of got a beat up old soldier or rock star who's kind of done with it all.
Do spiders spin webs? It's time we caught some flies.
Thanks, Murph.
Now, just for good measure. Holy cyber cow. We're on TV.
Cyber cow.
Take a look.
Return now to Arasaka Tower. Its evacuation ongoing after an unidentified terrorist organization released a manifesto threatening violence. The terrorists stating their desire to, quote-unquote, topple a monument to corporate colonialism. Night City's mayor, Imbole Ebunike, has issued a statement declaring that he will bring the full force of the law to bear in response to any act of terrorism. Going now to our reporter on the scene at Arasaka Tower. Hopefully he can shed some light on the situation as events unfold.
All set. Now get out of there. Hit the roof quick.
But yeah, I'm really, well, I said I would reiterate a few points. I'm just full-blown pulling this out of my thoughts video. But yeah, I find Johnny's character very interesting. We'll see a few more moments that, you know, I'll probably point out here or there of when he just really kind of goes against what I thought he'd be. But I really do like Johnny.
Shit, that's Adam's.
It took me a little bit, though.
Johnny, run!
This is something I don't like about this flashback that I kind of hope we'll see later.
But it won't hold for long. Run, Johnny, like the wind.
You know, we get knocked off that balcony by Smasher, and then it phases out and it's us running up to the helicopter. Like, the first time I saw this, it made no sense to me. Hell, even the second time I saw it in my own personal off-camera playthrough, it made no sense to me. And seeing it for a third time, it's still just...
Told you, Johnny boy.
Yeah, I don't get why they didn't extend that scene.
I'd end you someday.
Yeah, I can't. Like I said, I can't figure out why they didn't extend that scene to have us being knocked out by Smasher, have somebody distract them or something. Like I said, maybe that scene will be filled out later on because we know we have other Johnny flashbacks in the game. But yeah, that one scene is weird, and some of the stuff also that's coming up again is weird. I'm not a fan of it. I'll kind of point it out as it goes. Well, that's rude.
Let's try once more. Your associates. Who are they? How did you acquire fissile material?
Gonna give good cop over there a chance to say something? Come on.
Which terrorist organization do you belong to? How did you acquire fissile material?
What is fissile material?
Boss don't look too pleased with your efforts.
外せ。直接話をする。
Hot damn. Done and gone.
You know, I didn't notice this, but you see that big glowing
died in that tower.
thing out there? Like, is that?
Fate's worse than death.
I think that's a window. I don't know. Like, is that Arasaka Tower? But because I'm kind of looking at it and feeling like, why does it kind of look like a mushroom clown from a nuke?
なぜこのようなことを?
Why did you do this?
To bring an end to the madness you wreak.
人は嘘をつき、自分自身も欺く。だが死者は違う。死者は雄弁だが、彼らは決して嘘をつかない。死者の言葉にはつつましさがある。始めろ。
And there we have it. The death of Johnny Silverhand, which I'm not sure about this. But I believe the whole Adam Smasher, Johnny Silverhand is all actually part of Cyberpunk 2020 lore. At least I think it is, because I know there's a lot of lore. There's a lot more lore connected to Cyberpunk 2020 than I initially thought. But leading up to this game, I was finding out that no, there's actually a bunch of lore and whatnot. I could be wrong on that, but I think this is kind of this is CD Projekt Red kind of reinterpreting what you know, established lore kind of similarly to what they did with the Witcher franchise, where it kind of takes place after the books. This is kind of a continuation of established lore from the video game, or from the tabletop game, excuse me.
And you, who are you?
Alright, and on to a bit that like I said, I'm not a fan of this upcoming chunk. Yeah, ignore the glitching textures there. That's not what bugs me. What irks me is just how the story progresses from this point on. Because I mean, I understand Sean shot us because, you know, he's trying to make a clean break from that the whole botched heist and everything. I mean, that makes perfect sense. And it always kind of took me a second to figure out why he was trying to find V again after he dumped him. I think I understand it. Because you saw the figure right behind him. It wasn't his, you know, his big muscle guy. It's an Arasaka agent.
Heavier than he looks. Now, listen, dog. I have done exactly what you asked. So let's you and me figure this.
荒坂様、お父様の殺害犯を見つけました。この男で間違いありません。はい。1時間後には着くかと。
Help me.
Quiet.
And see, and this is where it stops making a little bit of sense. Or a lot of sense, if I should put it. Because I get it, he used Deshawn to find V. Alright, that kind of makes sense. They killed Deshawn, I get it. Yeah, thanks, dude. And then we drive away. Again, I understand why we're seeing this in flashes. Because V's barely conscious. I mean, he took a bullet to the frickin' brain. I mean, he got shot in the face. I get it. And the only thing keeping him alive, it's explained later in a big exposition dump moment. It's explained by the biochip. And this is what I mean by this is where it stops making sense to me. Some creepy eyes. Like, the only thing that kind of explains what's going on here. Is that these guys have come after Takamura here. That's his name, Takamura, if you guys weren't reading the subtitles. The only reason they came after him is because they're really trying to kill V as well. If I can talk about stuff that's kind of to come. Like I said, if I can talk about moments that are kind of to come, Takamura said that, you know, he was, you know, they basically imply he was betrayed by Arasaka, that he was. They don't make it clear, like, if he was, like, told he was on the outs of the company, because after this, he basically is hiding out as an outlaw from Arasaka, which doesn't make sense. Why would they want him dead? I mean, I get it. Maybe it's to cover up this assassination attempt. I don't know. It's just... I think you have to infer a lot more that... I don't know. I'm pretty sure people are probably going to tell me, you know, AJ, they showed you everything that you need to make connections in your head. I just think it could have been made a little more clear. Like I said, I understand that we're getting all this stuff in piecemeal because it's, you know, V's being shot in the face. I get that. But still, this whole thing that's going on with Takamura and Arasaka just doesn't 100% make sense to me. Like I said, I think we can infer a bunch of stuff, but it's just, they lay it out as if it was clearly explained, and just, it bugs me.
Whom you can trust.
I've seen them before. Troy. The exterminators.
We must get to Ripadok. Quickly.
Did well back there.
Do not waste time.
Victor will fix us up.
We have to get there somehow. Call someone. Anyone.
Why not just cut me loose? I'm a dead weight to you.
Make the call.
All right.
Greetings. My scanner indicates you are outside the service area.
Just come pick me up. I need to get to Misty's esoterica. Front of Vic's.
Of course. A vehicle is en route. It should arrive in less than 20 minutes.
What are you doing? Hey!
Yeah, like I said, it just... We can probably infer a bunch of stuff. It's just... Like I said, I wish we were given more information.
Please proceed to insert the jack below the ear, though not too deep. There should be auxiliary neurosockets between his lymph nodes, beneath the SCM muscle.
If I hit a vein by mistake, he will die.
Indeed, as he will if you do nothing.
I think I have the socket.
Now proceed to connect.
Load screens. You know, I haven't praised the game for its short load screens because I'm not sure how much of that's the game and how much of that is my PS5. I mean, they're not horrible on PS4 because I played it a little bit on my PS4 Pro, but yeah, definitely they're a lot quicker on PS5. I think that's one of the big reasons I don't mind the crashes so much, because it doesn't take too long to reload the game. Don't get me wrong, the crashes are a pain in the ass, but...
It's neurogenic shock. He's dying.
Gotta cut my way through the occipital bone. No other way.
There is risk of...
I know what I'm doing.
How is he?
Slower on the mend than you, but looking better every day. V, you in there?
Ah! My head.
Excuse me.
How you feeling?
Fuck. I don't know, Vic. Ears are ringing. And I'm seeing shit.
These hallucinations. Describe them to me.
Blinding lights. It's loud. I'm on stage and I almost can't breathe. I'm so damn full of hatred. Then I let it all out into a mic. And I realized it didn't help. I don't feel any better. And then, promise not to laugh. I plant a bomb in Arasaka Tower.
Nothing there to laugh about.
Night City looked different, strange, and I hated it. Hated everybody, every inch. It was too real, even for a lucid dream.
You weren't dreaming, V.
You know, I like how you can look around during the cutscenes, or, you know, cutscenes, whatever.
That shard. Dreams you had, or from his past.
Hang on. You mean to say there's an actual terrorist in my head? Right now?
That's right, Johnny Silverhand. Had his crowning moment about 50 years ago. AHQ bombing. Heard of it? It's his doing. People say he was buried under the rubble. Anyway, that's not what's important right now.
What is?
Biochip. It's basically a bomb. Fuse lit already. You don't have much time left. Much life. A few weeks, tops. Silverhand's construct is overriding your consciousness. Gradually taking over your body until one day you'll just be gone. V, it's important you get all this.
Don't believe an ounce of the horse shit coming from your mouth. Know why? Because it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Whatever's happening to me, there's a logical explanation. Gotta be. You're the best of the best, Vic. Why can't you help me?
You want the long story or the short?
You know, I like the female voice actor's performance in this a little better. The male sounds like he's laying it on just a little too thick with the crying, but both of them I still think do a pretty good job. I still feel like we could see the build up into the, you know, almost emotional breakdown, but still, it's not bad.
I have to die. I am going to die. That's what you're saying. Prove it.
Dex shot you, right? The bullet damaged your chip slot and your brain. The biochip revived and short-circuited you. It started uploading data into your head. As far as it was concerned, your brain was an empty vessel that needed to be filled by the engram it was carrying.
Empty vessel? But I'm right here. All of this is me.
The shard doesn't read, it writes. Headache of yours? It's the biochip rewiring your neural pathways, building new neural structures, doing away with the old. From where the shard's sitting, you, what's left, It's all a tumor that needs to be excised.
Can't we just take the chip out? Or switch it off?
Either way is out of the question. You die immediately.
Fuck. I remember this thing. Saw it on TV. What was that stupid slogan? Soul something?
Secure your soul.
But that's it. It's just supposed to let you communicate with constructs.
Maybe, but this is a prototype by the look of things. Somehow made it out of Arasaka Labs.
Vic, you've always come through for me. If there's nothing you can do to help me, then... well, what the hell do I do? Tell me, please. Vic.
I wish I knew, kid. Misty?
You're asking too much from an old-timer like Vic. Come on, V. Let's get you home.
You know, every time I see that scene, I like it a little bit more. I still have one issue, though. How does Vic know we're dealing with Silverhand? I mean, I
thought I was gonna die. With him in my sleep.
They're talking about Jackie.
Sleep's a small hint of death. The inevitable.
Can't actually tell if I'm awake now. I mean, I could be dead already, right?
Not something to focus on, V. Let it go. Here. Got some meds for you. Omega blockers. Taken regularly, they'll keep things from progressing too quickly. Also, they should keep that guest of yours calm and quiet. Pseudoendotrizines from me. Effect will be opposite. It'll speed things up. Free the demon, so to speak.
Giving me a pill to prod that son of a bitch so he can kill me faster?
Listen, you're likely to be fine for a while. But sometime down the road, it could turn into pure agony. I'm giving you options, honey.
The brain can be tricked. Plain old painkillers do that.
Your psyche's gonna die, V. You'll feel your old self slipping away. At some point, you won't recognize yourself. It'll be terrifying. It'll be painful. But it doesn't have to be.
The fuck I need pills for? Ought to just stick a gun in my mouth and pull the trigger.
Well, that way you'd kill two souls. Is that what you want?
I gotta lie down.
It really irritates me how he lies down on this bed. When he lies down on it, like not long ways, but across. It's weird.
Vic pulled this out of your skull. A lucky charm? Promise you'll try to get some sleep.
Didn't you hear? My condition's terminal. What good can this do?
Don't be silly. As long as you're alive, there's hope. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Really think I can make it? Survive this?
Of course you can. I mean, you did already die and come back once, didn't you?
You're lovely, Misty. Thanks.
Good night, V. Sweet, peaceful dreams.
But no, what I was saying about Victor, I really kind of question how he knew the construct was Johnny Silverhand, or the engram, whatever, is Johnny Silverhand. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we mentioned the Arasaka bombing and everything, and I guess that could be the big key, but it sounded like he already knew it was Johnny Silverhand, and I guess you can make the argument, well, while he was tinkering around in V's brain, he figured it out or whatever. I'm like, but you'd think there'd be some sort of protection over, you know, some super notable terrorist being on this chip, you know. You'd think that wouldn't be so easy to figure out for, nothing against Vic. I know they say, you know, keep saying he's the best, but still, you'd think it would be a little harder to figure out. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Where'd you stash yours?
Where'd you even come from? How are we even talking?
How the fuck should I know? The fuck kind of droid toy are you supposed to be?
Fucking ghost off!
Who you work for, start talking!
Fuck.
See, you can also get this scene from a completely different orientation. Now, where you're facing where he, I'm trying to think here. Because you see where I backed away from him? If you turn around and run towards the door facing it, he'll shove you back towards your bed. It's, again, it's neat that you can see this cutscene from different angles, depending on how Johnny pushes you. I think if you see the no commentary run, I think I ran facing the door. And here we're seeing... Sorry, I'm talking over dialogue, but again, subtitles and whatnot. You're not missing anything super important, other than, you know, you're seeing Johnny kind of slightly controlling in V and whatnot. But I have a theory that Johnny... That you see some moments in this game...
See you never, asshole.
Where you're subtly seeing Johnny start taking control.
And pull the trigger. I can feel it. Our minds touching. I'm like mold on fruit, creeping into you. Nothing I can do about it. You hear me? I'd puke if I fucking could. It's just a copy of the engram. I'm out there somewhere. Gotta be.
Kill you!
Do it. What are you waiting for?
Oh, fuck me.
But yeah, what I'm saying is, where the hell was I going with that? Oh, right, with Johnny slightly taking control. Yeah, there's moments, like you heard him mention, you know, do you have any cigarettes or whatever? And, one of the options was, I don't smoke. Well, later on in the game, you have the option, you know, he's like, come on, just smoke it, come on. And you can choose whether or not to smoke it. Again, that just kind of makes me think, Johnny, no matter what he says, might slowly be trying to take control of V. There we go. Yeah. They delivered Jackie to his folks. Regina. Yeah, has a gig. Alright, so. At this point, I want to talk about a few things that I'm kind of... I'm not changing about this LP, but my original theory of how I was going to play it, I'm going to change the kind of character that I'm going to be, if that makes sense. Because the character that V is in this game, how to put this? Because I mentioned this in that, like I said, that kind of my thoughts so far video. V is more of an established character in this game than I assumed he would be. You know, I was expecting this to be your traditional kind of like blank slate kind of character, but no, V is actually really very much a character in this world. So, you know, my original interpretation was that I was going to play basically a very, what's the term? I was going to play a very kind of unemotional, amoral asshole. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to be an asshole. I'm going to, you know, you kind of saw me hit on Misty a little bit, you know, I mean, you know, hitting on your dead best friend's girlfriend, yeah, you know, that's a classy move. But yeah, you're definitely going to see me be self-centered and whatnot, but I have to warm the character up a little bit to make it feel right in the game, because I think that was maybe a little bit of issue I was having at the very beginning. Oh yeah, I should probably dress V now that I think about it. All right, sorry about that. Like I said, I had to make a quick cut because you know, I've said this before. I'm gonna try and show a lot of different things in this game, but I don't think I can show exposed penis and not get in trouble with YouTube. I can slide under the radar for a lot of things because I'm a small channel. But yeah, I think there's some things that I can't get by with. So there we go. We've redressed V. I've got him re-equipped. I think I'm gonna test out the tech pistols and the smart weaponry a little bit. In every other run I've done, I've played more with the power weapons. You know, just the straight up ballistic kind of weapons. But you know what? I think I'm gonna actually try out the tech and smart guns a little bit here. So we got a sniper rifle, JKE X2 Kenshin pistol, and I'm keeping this Tamiura as a stealth weapon right now. That might be replaced by, as I call them, big fuck-off revolvers, because you need a big-ass gun with a lot of damage with a silencer to be able to really get easy stealth kills. So there you go. There's what's going on with the inventory now. Yeah, I like the inhalers a little bit more. I need to get a new cyber deck. But no, what I was saying earlier about my character. Yeah, I just think that like I said, because I was expecting V to be a lot more of a blank slate than he actually is. So I'm actually, like I said, going to play V a little more, not kind-hearted, but a little more open, a little more feeling and caring. But still, he's going to be an asshole. I'm not going to lie about that, so. Alright, so I got 3 perk points. There's a few perks I want to get. First and foremost, ooh, that's actually a good one. We'll grab a couple stealth ones, so I'll grab Sniper, which, you know, boosts my critical chance with my headshots. See, Cold-Blooded is a perk that I never really understood how cool it was, until I dug around with it off camera. But, basically, you want this base perk. You get Cold-Blooded. So basically, you get a stack of Cold-Blooded, and it increases your movement speed by 2%. Okay, it seems kind of like a boring kind of stat. And by the way, your skill progression in Cold-Blooded goes up once you have the perk. Basically, anytime you get into combat, it's kind of cool. But after you get 1 stack of Cold-Blooded, you start noticing this. You're right there. Health regen increases per stack of Cold-Blooded by 50%. Weapon recoil drops, you'll have armor, you'll have duration, you'll have quick hack cooldowns, resistances. So really, Cold-Blooded is a really kind of cool all-around stat. I think it's kind of weird that it fits under cool, although I guess it's because it's kind of your mental state, so it is kind of like keeping your cool. It's a whole thing. And there's one other perk I want in engineering, is it? No, it's probably in crafting. Gain more damn it, I need a higher higher tech level. Scrapper is a really cool perk because you get your junk items automatically disassemble, which every time it does that, it gives you points to crafting. So it kind of gives you, oh shit, I still have another perk point to drop. So it kind of gives you points in crafting very easily. It's kind of a good all-around perk and everything. Reload time, crit chance. Yeah, I want crit chance. Yeah, this game, this skill system is really weird. It took me a little bit to get used to it, but I really like it. How the attributes, the skills, and all the trees work. But yeah, once I've said this a lot, you know, once you kind of figure out how everything in this game kind of works together, it's really, really cool. And I still think that there's, oops, wrong button. I still think there's a 6th attribute there. I could be wrong, but just because when I scan over it, that happens. I've got a feeling there's going to be a 6th attribute. Please no spoilers if there is. I don't want to know.
Takemura here. We must meet. Come to Tom's Diner.
Why would I do that?
Because I am the one who saved your life.
Haven't managed to get my head straight yet. Not after everything that happened.
That will not happen anytime soon. And so what? If you intend to leave, you must re-enter the ring. The bell has already tolled. Tom's Diner. I am waiting.
So yeah, Takamura was one of the guys who were there when Saburo got killed. Yeah, my vehicle's in the parking garage.
When danger lurks, Trauma Team will be there. Sign up for our Platinum plan today, because your life is worth it.
NCPD, open up!
Barry! We know you're in there! We're here to help!
Don't forget.
You again?
No fucking warrant!
I told you, I'm not buying.
Cut the
Yes,
bullshit!
I'm sure.
Just open up!
No, I'm not changing it. Nothing else. Haven't heard from you in a while. We're worried.
No, now leave me alone!
Congrats, Mendez. Way to be a got another dry, sun-filled week coming your way, night.
Oh, what? So I'm the bad guy? I'm not the one who's holed up playing the attention.
He lost a friend. Can you blame him?
He's not the first or the last. It's called life.
Someone in this tower go cuckoo again?
This is a private matter, so just move along.
Wait, he might know Barry.
This is a mega tower. Spill into badges to get you pegged as a snitch.
This'll only take a sec. Do you know Barry?
More or less. Struck up a convo once or twice.
He's a friend from the precinct. Left the force not long ago. He broke down after his best friend died. We're worried he'll do something stupid.
Relax, Patrol. Barry's got nerves of steel. He's just a spiteful old bastard.
Mendez! Could you check on him when he's chilled down?
I don't know. Sounds too personal for me. I'm not the best shoulder to cry on.
Think about it, okay? Barry's a good guy. And a good cop. He doesn't deserve to end up alone.
I'll consider it. Can't promise anything. Hey, Barry. Everything all right in there? I'm gonna take that as a yes. Try again later.
Alright, so this is kind of an example of something I was talking about in that my thoughts video on this game. Is how quests are handled a little differently in Cyberpunk than they are in... how they're handled differently in Cyberpunk than they are in something like The Witcher. And I think something I think it has to do with the fact that this game has automatic communication, that we have basically we have cell phones, so that we can talk to each other instantaneously and from a long distance. That, you know, it's okay, I'll just come back later. So then you come back later and you see him. The quests almost in this game appear almost a little more naturally. Like, it's not, go here, I'm now on this quest line that I can constantly do with this one guy. No, it's kind of a, I do this quest line with this guy, and then I go off and do my own thing for a while. And then, oh, I get a call, or something else is happening in this quest chain. Okay, well then I'll come back and I'll do this chain again, you know, down the road. It's a little more freeform in the way it handles the world and all of the, in the way that it handles the its quests. It's like I say, it's different. I think a lot of people's issues with it, because they were saying, because I've seen comments of, oh, well, there's not a lot of, you know, like higher or not higher, bam. I love that beat motherfucker.
Johnny, did you see what happened? Something feels off here.
You don't say.
Don't mean the wreck. I mean the run. City's most courteous chauffeur ups and drives away from the scene of an accident.
And there you go, just wrecked my car. And I love how, you know, Johnny just shows up. He'll do that in some quests. He'll just pop up and, you know, be a sarcastic dick. There we go. That starts a quest. It's actually a really kind of cool quest. And here we go. So now our fixer is calling us saying, hey, you know, we've got a, you know, I've got a car that I can sell you. See, we're really getting into the part of the game where it's really starting to open up. Something else I want. What was I talking about earlier? Yeah, vehicles buying. How, you know, buying vehicles works. You basically just show up with the cash and buy the car. Jesus Christ, I was talking about something. Oh, right, how people were saying how it seems like quests in this game don't have these, like, big, long-standing impacts on the world. And I think that's kind of the point of Night City. There's kind of a bleak, dreary that you might be a legend, that, you know, you might be doing stuff that has an immediate impact, but there's no such thing as a long impact. That everything just kind of fades out. You know, we see that a little bit in some of Johnny's dialogue in the game and certain points here or there. And again, maybe this is me headcanoning things, trying to make things work, but that's kind of how it makes sense to me, at least. I'm giving you my take on it. So, like I said, yeah, the quests are different from The Witcher, but I think it's because, but again, I think a lot of people were expecting more fantasy in this game than this being a more gritty, angrier sort of cyberpunk RPG. And I'm not saying people were expecting magic and wizards and shit when I say more fantasy. What I mean by more fantasy is kind of these long, you know, sprawling quest chains that, you know, not basically being what we are, mercenaries, you know, going and working with a fixer and basically just doing some of these one-off jobs. Because there's plenty of those in this game, but there are some really cool nuggets and characters here that you kind of have to find. In that video, I said, this game has about as much role-playing as you're willing into it. You kind of have to do some of the role-playing work, you know. But it can also be a good, just plain action game. It's kind of what you're looking for at the time.
This about the biochip? That why I'm here?
I hear it's damaged beyond repair. Any attempt to extract it would be disastrous. Fatal for you.
Vic likes to talk, I guess.
Not many could do what he did. You should be thankful.
Why'd you help me anyway?
I needed you to leave. That hasn't changed.
What's it you actually want from me?
To begin, you must tell me where to find Evelyn Parker.
Evelyn? What's she to you?
She and Yorinobu Arasaka had intimate relations. She knows how to get to him.
I'm thinking I ought to have a word with her myself. She promised to help me get rid of the chip.
I would not count on that. She's likely gone, very far away.
Just answered your own question about where Evelyn is. Long gone.
Why do you believe she could help you remove the chip? Does a corporation help her?
Don't think so, no.
Can you expand?
Don't matter how much perfume a corpo sprays on mornings. By lunch, that's replaced by the stench of skullduggery. Only thing I caught from Evelyn was determination.
And I too stink of skullduggery?
Nope. You're starting to stink. Period. Sorry I couldn't be of any help. Don't have any time to lose, so...
Hey, wait. I need you. Yorinobu Arasaka must answer for this crime of patricide.
Looking for justice. In Night City.
I seek revenge. Much more feasible here. I have allies prepared to bring Yorinobu to his knees. The only thing I need is proof.
And you think they'll trust the word of a merc?
I have nothing better now. Also, I know no one here. And I am a fugitive. I am hunted.
And see, and I'm going to pause real quick just so he's not, you know, well, will you talk to me? Will you talk to me? This is what I mean by exactly what was going on when we woke up in the junkyard didn't make a lot of sense to me. Because right there, he's saying he's hunted. He's a fugitive. Okay? But but when you first found me, you said to Arasaka that you found me. and you were like, the only thing I can think of is that he found me. He was taking me in alive because that's what Arasaka wanted. Arasaka sent his assassins. And because, you know, Takamura saved his own ass, now, you know, he's being tied up in this, this is his plot to hide the fact that he killed Saburo Arasaka. Okay, that kind of makes sense. But here's my next question. How does he know that Saburo was killed by Yorinobu? Who told him? Like seriously, who told him that? Because as far as apparently the world thinks that, you know, Saburo was assassinated, he wasn't killed by Yorinobu. I mean, did he have suspicions? And like, was I recording a brain dance or whatever? I don't think that's how that works. How does he know? Like, because as far as we can tell, V's not told him. V's not told anyone. And the only other person who really knew that... What? No, did we tell Deshaun? I can't remember. Did we tell Deshaun? Maybe Deshaun told him. Because we might have told Deshaun. That's about the only other way that I can think that worked. Yeah, this whole thing it's just not lining up to me in my brain. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. If you have a better explanation, hit me up in the comments, but just to me, it doesn't make sense.
So what? We stroll into Arasaka HQ and announce that Yorinobu's a kin killer? That he murdered Saburo?
We'll get the hearing before reasonable people in a neutral location. Certain procedures will be used to establish the truth.
A lie detector? Forget it.
In that case, another option. You are dying. You do not know how to save yourself. A chip, the relic, is a culprit. Technology made by Arasaka. Technology they alone know. This corporation can save you as easily as it can make you disappear. It is merely about getting the right people on your side. Politics.
Exactly what kind of people are we talking about?
People who hold Arasaka dear are its heart. People interested in the corporation's stable growth.
You mean people like Anders Hellman?
You know this name? How?
Prepped for the heist, thoroughly. Relic is Hellman's design, his creation.
And true, he's a pawn. I was thinking of one much more powerful. Besides, Anders Hellman escaped to Arasaka, betrayed it.
Hanako-sama, お会いできて光栄です。
こちらこそ。
Now, Hanako-sama, I would first like to ask you...
Fucking Saka scums everywhere.
Hey, I was listening to that.
Shut up. Nobody except you wants to watch that shit about that corpo cunt.
What did you say?
You heard me.
Listen.
No, tough guy, you listen. It's people like you two that have brought this country to its knees. Taken our land, our jobs, our fucking dignity. But I own this place and here I decide. So finish your tea and get the fuck out.
Is he drinking tea? Because that looks like a coffee, but whatever. Well, was I the only one who heard the guy who heard the guy from South Park? They took our jobs. I can't do a good imitation, but
last thing we want to do is to draw attention.
I'm sorry. A stupid reflex.
Thanks for the offer. Need to think about it. Get back to you.
I need time to plan, organize. You stand to gain much if you help me. All I ask is that you do not leave the city.
Leave? Why would I leave? Need help. Best chance I'll find the right person here.
Someone other than Arasaka specialist? There's no one. No alternative.
Actually, we just talked about some. Anders Hellman. He invented the relic. If I want to get rid of it, he's my man. And if that means picking another fight with Arasaka, so be it.
Hellman defected from the company. I myself spent many days looking for him. He... what's the expression? Dropped off the face of the earth.
Defected? Where to? Some other corp poach him?
As far as I can tell, he acted alone. A meticulous man. He planned it. Covered his tracks very well.
Any idea where he took off to?
None.
Somebody's been busy the last few days.
I will not sit and do nothing when there is information to be found. Things to prepare.
Your job, basically.
It was my job.
Why are you looking for Hellman?
He was the one to alert Saburo-san to Yorinobu's schemes. He knew both of them well and could be an important witness.
Corporal rats will squeal when hanging by their tails.
For several days, I collected the information. All leads point to one place, the club called the Afterlife. I was quickly dismissed by the queen of fixers there, Rogue.
She take you for a suit?
No, she saw me as Saburo-sama's killer.
Rogue's well informed. Gets wind of most things that happen in the city. Might be worth asking her about Hellman.
I wish you luck. The woman is choosy, expensive, and rude.
Okay, and I'm pausing here again. Because like I said, something about his story is just not adding up. So now he's being pegged as Saburo's killer, not V. But then why was he reporting to Arasaka when we woke up in the junkyard? Again, something between then and now had to have changed. That's what I mean. Just this his story, his whole backstory for right now just is not making sense to me. It really bugs me.
With a bit of luck, I'll track down Evelyn.
If she could not help you before, she will not manage to now.
Honor among thieves. Ever heard of it?
Yes, I thought it ironic. Thieves have none. There's just honor, I believe.
Yorinobu Arasaka would agree, I'm sure.
The Parker woman will not help you. Were I you, I would think about a plan B. I cannot stay here any longer. Do what you want. Look for Parker, Hellman, whoever. I must see some friends, call in some favors. When my people in Arasaka are ready to listen, I will call you.
Till then, I guess.
If by some miracle you find Hellman, please notify me. He and I have unfinished business.
I love how his sunglasses popped in first.
Dumbles and filth. In some ways, Night City never changes. Arasaka's still a despotic machine and the world's on a collision course with chaos. But hey, at least Rogue's still alive.
You know, you got some nerve. First you had to kill me, now you want to be my pal. Make like nothing happened.
You know you don't gotta speak out loud to talk to me.
I think you see the people at the bar kind of react to that, but that guy behind him still eating his burger.
Don't want you dead anymore.
Go fuck yourself, dickwipe.
Hey, wasn't easy for me either. You woke up in a landfill, I woke up in your head. Wrestling with your thoughts, memories. Think we're even. And I've taken a step back, looked at things. Think we might be able to help each other. We could start with Rogue. Her and I go back to the Stone Age.
Why should I trust you? Remind me again.
Trust me, don't trust me. I don't give a fuck. It's the least of our worries, anyway.
You're the ghost of Christmas past, asshole. Any friends you had are either dead or so old their memory's gone.
Johnny Silverhand died a legend. Nobody forgets that.
So you fucking know Rogue. What do I say to her? Got a talking brain tumor claims it's her old friend Johnny?
Trust me, Rogue's
Talking
heard
brain
dumber
tumor.
shit than that. Way back when you weren't even an itch in your daddy's ball sack.
Don't need convincing. Seeing your memories, gross.
Rogel danced any tune I play, or just get us to the afterlife.
Nice underarm hair. Looks like pencil shavings.
There's no us.
You know, I like how Johnny's sunglasses are like a separate part of it. Like, you'd think if he's like this, basically just a manifestation of a consciousness that's inside this biochip, you'd think that, you know, he'd reach up for the sunglasses, like his hand would kind of like warp through him. It's how to put it? Like, he's a hologram, not a, you know, like, and not every part of him is like a separate piece, if that makes sense. Just, Oh, this is one of my favorite side missions. Ah, there's Johnny. I love that.
Would you look at that? You see it too, right?
Either gone completely whacked or I'm having a mystical moment.
What's that chick's name? The one with the hair?
Misty? Eh, more likely a neuron misfire for Victor to check out. Or maybe I ask them both.
Alright, so basically there's a lot of missions kind of like Regina's go around and find all the cyber psychos, or the, you know, like these, you know, there are 22 tarot cards out to find in Night City. There's some that are, I'm trying to think what are some of the others. Like that mission with Delamain that we got, you know, where he said, "Hey, come by our thing and we'll reimburse you for your wrecked car." There's certain missions that are just kind of like, hey, there's a whole bunch of like little mini side missions like within this whole area, you know, just in different parts of the game. Like, it kind of collection-y in a way. But I think the tarot card one might be my favorite, and for one big reason, because these things look fucking awesome. So, first off, we have the Chariot. The Chariot is always charging ahead, despite being pulled by its steeds in opposite directions. The rider who steers it constantly reins in the light and dark sides of the soul with the help of reason. To ride in the Chariot is to experience highs and lows, ups and downs. But yeah, the artwork for these are so fucking cool. Like, I want posters of all 22 of the tarot cards we find. They are all fucking awesome. Pew, pew, pew. Anything else to do? I think that's where I kind of wanted to leave this video, because there's one or two things that I still wanted to bring up before we close out, and I know I've been kind of talking a lot this video, just kind of, you know, giving criticisms slash, you know, kind of like, hey, I'm going to be doing this a little differently, So like I said, along with, I'll be kind of role-playing V a little differently than I intended to. I've kind of decided how I'm going to do all the side content, because I'm going to need to boost my street cred in this game. You know, that's important. That's an important part of this game, is, you know, boosting your street cred and becoming more well-known. It'll also give us access to more cyberware and more guns and everything else at all the different vendors. So, in a big aspect of these are these blue markers, you know, the reported crimes, the criminal activity and whatnot. Really, all of these are pretty... I mean, I'm showing pretty much all of them that I do in the non-commentated LP, so on this one, I'm just going to cut those out, because they're really not important. Obviously, I'm going to show the tarot cards, because the tarot cards are really cool, but yeah, like these assault and progresses, and, you know, even the organized crime, there's some story, like an NCPD guy will pop up and say, hey, we're looking for this person in this area, you know, they're, you know, around here, and, you know, they're dangerous or whatever, here's why. But really, at the end of the day, they're for experience, loot, and street cred. So those I'm just going to do off camera, just, you know, like I said, just for loot and all that stuff. The yellow markers, because they're either missions or gigs or whatnot, even if they're small, unimportant gigs or more important gigs, we will be doing all the yellow question marks and yellow quest markers. And the last thing I want to say is that I'm probably going to be doing some more long-form videos after this one before we hop into some more story content. Just because I think we're a little low on level and street cred and everything. So, you know, the next couple of videos, expect them to be more hour and a half, 2 hours, and we'll just be kind of doing gigs and just exploring and seeing kind of what's out there in Night City, if that makes sense. Or at least that's my plan. you know, just kind of give you guys, if you're only watching this LP, kind of what a lot of the side stuff looks like too. So ever so often we'll do videos like that on this one, just to clean up quests and everything like that, because like I said, the quest chains aren't as clean cut as they are in The Witcher. I think they feel a little more natural in this game. Because like I said, it would make sense that you don't do everything all at once, that it kind of builds off of each other over time. But again, I don't know, I might be making no sense to you guys. So either way, like I said, the blue markers, pretty much I'm going to do those off cameras, and all the yellow markers we will be doing on camera, and there will be some longer form videos of just doing a whole bunch of those down the line. So there you go. I think that's all the stuff, all the housekeeping stuff that I wanted to do in this video. So like I said, if this one's been a lot of dry me talking, giving, you know, kind of analysis or whatever, yeah, I wanted to do a little bit of that one. So it was kind of all in this one, and from here on out we can just kind of get into the game. So yeah, I think that's all I've got for you guys now. I want to say, as always, thank you so much for watching. Social media is in the description. Like, comment, if you're not already. Please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more next time. But until then, my name's AJ Gells. This is the That Gaming Channel. I'm out.